I'm Susan Pendergraft. I teach at Early Wine Elementary, and I also conduct the Canterbury Youth Voices in Moore. And I've been teaching for 29 years. So I see them from kindergarten through 6th grade. And with Canterbury Voices, I also see them further. And then when they go on to chorale, I see them go through high school. And former students that they'll come back to see me. They'll knock on my door and say, "Hey, Miss Pendergraft, I'm in band and I'm doing this," or, it just warms my heart, because it's like, music connects us on a spiritual level. I mean, it is your soul being out there and vulnerable, and to see that kids are going on and enjoying it is it's just magnificent. I love when I hear, Seth Wright is a composer. He's composing for film. Sarah Kuiper is a band director, but they'll come back and say, "I'm doing this, and I made a superior at contest, and I'm going to go on and be a music teacher." And I love hearing those stories and knowing that they're continuing on. Even if they don't pursue music like as a career, they have it. They have music, they can understand it and be inspired by it. So, it's all around us. I love it. I always have loved music. I grew up with music at family functions. Like, we would have a fish fry at my grandparents' house, and my grandfather would play his guitar. My grandmother would play by ear the piano. And my mom was always a really fantastic musician. She also was a teacher, and so I would often, sit in when she was doing Bible class lessons, or when she was teaching preschool. And I would even, after high school, I would go and help her with her classroom, and just saw how she was with kids and how she just loved them and loved on them, and helped them to grow. And that kind of inspired me to then combine the two, music and teaching, and becoming a music teacher. Deun. Hold on. Can you make it a dental sound, not a because it's a D. But dental with your tongue right on your teeth. Say de. Yes, much better. Mostly in America, we kind of speak with a kind of a bouncy, kind of a 6/8 meter. And in Hungary, they dun 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 dun. We have different rhythm patterns, and so I love to involve a lot of languages, because I think that kind of helps to connect all of it together. We hear a lot of languages. We're a melting pot in America, so we hear a lot of languages. We sing a lot of that in like classical music, and moving on further in their advancement. So in elementary, just like in the core subjects of reading and math and science and so on, in music we're doing the same things, approaching it in the same way, and developing those basic skills so that then they can go on from there and develop even further. That's kind of how I approach it, is kind of in a holistic manner, where they're involving all parts of their body, their brain, and trying to get that to all come together. Over the past 29 years, I have, if one thing I've learned being a musician, is that you constantly have to be assessing yourself and evaluating, and then changing things when you need to. And I've become softer in my patience, which I'm very grateful for, because when I now see a new student come halfway through the year, and they're, I'm new and I'm lost, and wow, there's a lot going on in here, I can pair them with somebody, and I can say, "Hey, this is all going to be fine in here. This is a safe place for you to be." And I remember a specific example last year. A 3rd grader came. He had come from Ghana, and I happened to know a song from there that actually is kind of a welcoming song. I decided, the next time he comes, I think we're going to sing that, because I think he was a little bit anxious, to be in this new environment that was totally different than anything he'd ever known. And in this new environment, he did not want to speak very much. And so when he came back the next rotation of classes, I said, "We're going to learn a new song, let's make a circle." And we started to do it, and I got out a drum, and he just burst into tears. And I thought, oh no, did I say something wrong? And I said, what's wrong? And he said, I know this song and I know this language, and was so happy, and it just like, you know, made it go, this is why I do this. You know, to connect people, to connect music to their lives, and to show, hey, we're all the same, you know, we can all get along, you know. So I think those kinds of moments are the ones that get me the most.
Looking for a Vietnamese song. How about get a Korean song? Get a Korean song.
I have a Korean song.
Get us a Vietnamese song.
I will. I'll work on it. All right, I'll see you Thursday.
When we're out free, that song.
Aww, that would be fun.